In today's video, I'm going to share with you 8 things that you can put into play today to not only network better, but to build better relationships that will assist you in creating new work opportunities as a DJ, as a small business owner, or a person who's living in a small business work world. What's up, everyone? I'm Jani, and welcome here to my channel on YouTube. Today, I wanted to share a video offering some perspective on relationship building and networking in general. Two of the most important parts of not only building your brand, but needed to create opportunities in the event world, in the small business world. They are just key things you need to know how to do. I really want to share some key takeaways on some lessons that I've personally learned over the years of building my own DJ brand, my personal DJ brand, as well as my company's brand, the SCE Event Group. I'm going to start off this video with a story and some background on what not to do. Then I'm going to share with you 8 tips on how you can kind of properly network and build relationships that can and legitimately will help you take your path to a complete new level. Real quick, if you are new here on the channel, I'd like to take a quick minute or two to just say I'd love to invite you to crush that subscribe button in the lower corner of the screen or down below if you've not done so already. And if you have, I super appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. Now, let's get into this video. I am excited about this video, and this is like the 3rd time I'm recording this video, by the way. I wanted to talk through so many things I see so many people doing wrong. And I'm not just talking about DJs, although my conversation today is going to be DJ focused because that's where I sit in this world. I think when you miss the mark, you just prolong the opportunity of growing forward. This stuff, although geared to the DJ world, can truly be related to all small businesses and just in general. This is like a life in general kind of conversation. Let's set it up. Yesterday, I experienced something that totally reminded me about this topic, and it became a priority for me to record this video as a result of what happened yesterday so that I can pay it forward and I can hopefully help you from making the same mistake that someone just made that I saw. So what exactly happened, Jason? Well, let me start with the setup and tell you a little bit of a story. Yesterday, I am super proud to say that I was able to achieve a goal that I set out to accomplish like 3 years ago. Go, Jason, so good. And that goal was to have one of my mixes featured on Pitbull's globalization station on Sirius satellite radio. This station has been a super hard nut for me to crack, and I've had a number of conversations with a number of different people since it's become a goal of mine like years ago. But those conversations never went anywhere for whatever reason, and that's it. I actively create mixes used by a lot of different stations and different platforms every single week, and I've had a lot of success as a mix show DJ. I've even been on Sirius satellite radio before for an extended period of time, but not globalization. When Pitbull's globalization channel came online, I absolutely loved the vibe. I loved the format. And I really wanted to be involved because it was kind of like how I play. Long story short, a few weeks ago, I got an offer to be part of Double Down Radio, which is a weekly show that airs every single Friday on Pitbull's globalization channel. Thanks to my good homie, DJ Jason Weiss, a fellow DJ, a fellow company owner, awesome party rocker. He's a father, he's a friend, and honestly, he's just a solid dude all the way around. He's also someone that has been crushing the game all over New Jersey and Philadelphia area and even beyond. I mean, this dude is solid all the way around. He's someone that I have known for a while, and I'm thankful that he was able to wrap me into one of his many projects with Double Down Entertainment and the things that he's got going on, helping me accomplish a goal. It was super dope. We've established a relationship that I think is pretty cool, and I've even worked for him when my calendar allowed me to make some nightlife appearances for some of his accounts in Atlantic City. Anyway, let's get back to yesterday. When the show aired, I posted on my story and I shared a post tagging Jason, Exodus, who is the show host on air, and the Double Down team, thanking them for the opportunity. I also shared a shit ton of stories from people that tagged me on their shares on their social media platforms in the form of stories on my own Instagram. And if you're not following me there, I'd love to connect with you there. And by the way, if you want to hear the set that I'm talking about, check in the description down below because I'm going to provide a link to the set in the bio. It's also going to be listed on sceradio.com and my weekly radio podcast that you can find on iTunes and iHeartRadio and everywhere else. It was a super dope set, and I loved the way it felt when I was recording it. So far, so good, right? And I hope you're hanging with me so far. But I'm going to ask, can you guess what happened? Well, someone who follows me within minutes of my post paying gratitude and paying respect to the people that allowed that opportunity to happen while my show was still on the air, I might add, sent a message to Jason and Double Down asking to be on their show. They asked without a single conversation with him in the past, just like totally blind. This DJ just went in for the kill, literally without knowing one thing about Jason or Double Down Entertainment. They know nothing about him, nothing about his company, nothing about his history, his ability, his connections, or anything for that matter. Now, I'm not making this video to crucify this person online publicly, although I did send him a message with my thoughts on how he should be approaching this kind of opportunity and I guess correspondence. I'm going to share that with you as my last tip at the end of this video, and I hope you stay around to the end of this. But that little experience is the reason for this entire video. That aggressive, thirsty approach, in my opinion, is kind of like the issue that so many DJs try to use only to get nowhere. I've seen it so many times, and with so many different things and so many different people in the industry. It's honestly nuts to me that that's how some people approach things. It raises a big red flag about how so many people try and, more importantly, fail at not only networking, but just building relationships 101. I'm not saying don't go after your dreams or don't pursue your dreams and reach out to people. I'm saying there's a right way to do something and there's a wrong way to do it. And it all comes back to networking and building relationships. Now, I'm not going to go into the message that I received from Jason about that inquiry from that DJ, but let's just say that message didn't increase the odds of building a relationship with Jason and the Double Down team, who are super solid and super capable of putting that DJ on the air during his show time each and every week. It's not going to happen, but it's because of how it happened. So where am I going with all this? I'm glad that you asked, and I'm glad that you're sticking with me to find out how I'm going to break this video down. I see this all the time, and I say like all the time, whether it's a DJ trying to be recommended by a venue, a DJ trying to be recommended by a planner, a photographer, or anyone, anywhere in the industry, so many people have the balls, the audacity to ask for something and then to sit and wonder why these opportunities never ever go anywhere. These doors never open. They never present themselves moving forward. It happens all the time, and chances are if you're watching this, you've probably done it too. I know there was a time when I fell into this kind of mindset, and I did it when I was younger. I was foolish. It was disappointing, but I learned, I adapted, and now it's a whole different way of how I operate. And straight up, I'm not a ninja master in networking, and I honestly hate networking as a whole. I hate doing it myself, but I understand if I have to do it, there's a few rules that will help you kind of do this successfully. And if you have to do it, you choose to do it, or you're put in a position where you're able to do this, I'm sharing some insight to hopefully help you from looking like a thirsty, self-focused dickbag DJ in the future, to give you some things to consider so that you're able to start networking properly and start building relationships the right way that actually last the test of time beyond that one thing you're chasing at this given moment in time. If you do this stuff and put it into play, the opportunities that you are so hungry to get could present themselves to you the right way without chasing it. And that's an awesome place to be. Building relationships and networking in general are two of the most important elements to longevity in the entertainment industry and to a lot of small businesses. And building relationships properly is a super skill that will literally help you grow in ways that you could never imagine until you do it the right way. Now, before I share anything about these tips that I want to offer you, I just want to say this. If you learn even one thing from this video, please consider helping me out and smashing the like button down below. Your like equals me producing more of this content, and it's a win-win all the way around. I super appreciate if you take a time to just crush that thumbs up button for me. It will help me out, and I will be forever grateful for that one thumbs up on this video and for any other video that you check out here on the channel. So I kind of started this off with what not to do with my example earlier, and that is be a thirsty person without having any type of relationship, chasing something in exchange for nothing. But let's get into some perspective and mindset on things that you can do to properly build a relationship with someone and even network properly when you have the opportunity to do it. Here are 8 things that you can do to absolutely kill it in networking in general and when building your business relationships the right way. I want to start things off with number 1, and that is start building relationships with people before you need them. People that have been in the game for a long time can smell the stench of thirst through any conversation from any person, whether it's in person or via social media. People can sense when someone is only out for themselves. So don't go in for the ask without having some kind of relationship or some kind of link to this opportunity. It's kind of like common sense, but so many people do it wrong. You have to think about what's in it for this person, and it's probably gonna be nothing if they don't know you or know what you're capable of doing. The likelihood of someone going out of their way to help you if they don't know you is slim, but the likelihood of someone helping you after you have an established relationship in place increases tenfold or even more when they know you and when they have some kind of business relationship with you. Never forget, and I'm gonna say this a couple times during this video, people do business with who they like before anything else. Number 2, think before you act. Since every person has value, it's super essential that you understand who you are and what your value is that you bring to the table. So before you even think of building with someone forward in the terms of relationships and networking, get super clear on what your talents are, your strengths are, your skill sets are, how you have connections and where they are, and what background you bring to the table for someone else. Once you understand that, you can kind of put this into play and think of why of all that stuff matters to the person you're trying to connect with. Never forget that, because whatever you do that is strong, whatever you do that is solid, whatever you do that is valuable has and could be beneficial when building a relationship. Once you understand that, it's a great foundation to grow from. That brings us right over to number 3. Number 3, and this is a big one, forget your personal agenda. If you want to build relationships properly in the business world that we all live in, lose your own agenda and focus on how you can help others. Generosity is an attractive quality, and it's something very, very special that most people will remember about you. It matters. Trust me on this. Be kind and be generous. Forget about your needs and help other people. Number 4, never dismiss anyone as unimportant. Make it your mission to discover the value in each person you run into, each person you talk to, and anyone that works in a space that you are looking to do more work in. Ask questions about people, try to learn about them, and most importantly, take the time to stop and listen with intent and with interest. Do not make the mistake of discounting someone somewhere due to their title or their place at that time in the industry. I learned this lesson a long time ago, and I personally talk to the person washing dishes in the kitchen the same way I try to talk to the owner of a building, the decision maker at the venue, or even a celebrity client for that matter. It's allowed me to build these great relationships with people. When you do that, you set yourself up with an incredible foundation. And if you plan on doing this for a long time, you'll quickly discover that people move around a lot. I mean, like a lot. In our industry, people are always moving around from place to place, from group to group. They're here one day, they're somewhere else in that organization 3 months later. People are always moving. And it's super important that you're cool with someone at the early stages of someone's career, because that will help you as they grow and move around in the industry. And just to expand on this a little bit further, if you're cool with someone from day one, you will always win, especially when compared to someone who may not have been cool with them and could have been a dick to them from the beginning. I'm just saying, nobody likes a dick. People love to do work with the people who they like, right? So it kind of goes back to that principle that keeps coming up here. Number 5, connections are power, and bringing people together is incredibly powerful. Once you begin to listen to people and you understand their needs, you understand their struggles, you understand their strengths, you'll start realizing how one person in the room may be able to help another person in your world in some way, shape, or form. So make it a point to connect people that you feel genuinely add value to each other's conversation. Link people up. Try to help other people out. It'll allow them to grow further, and we all push up together. When you go out of your way to make these potentially promising connections to people, you're doing your part to make your relationship with whoever you're dealing with a success. And that's the kind of stuff that will allow your relationship to last longer than you could probably ever imagine. Number 6, take action. People do business with who they like. We understand that. But they also do business with who makes things easier for them when they're at work. I always love to outwork other people. It's kind of like my thing. I spend a lot of time being super efficient and getting a lot done. And at SCE, it's what we're known for, outworking a lot of people. We never say that that's not my job, or I'm above that, or I can't do that. We're known for going that extra mile. And I think when you go that extra mile, especially when someone needs the help, you literally put yourself in a great place from a relationship and a business perspective. So if you're trying to build a relationship with someone newer, remember that if you want to grow in the future with them, be sure to help them however you possibly can. And if you can't, end the conversation whenever you're out or leaving their space and say, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? Or is there anything that I can do to make this better for you on our behalf? That's the kind of stuff that is super huge. And it's done so rarely. And that's why it's so powerful. While the person might not have an answer for you at that point in time, they're going to keep you in mind and they're going to reach out to you when they need something. It sets up a future conversation, and it's an awesome thing for everyone involved. It'll allow you to grow forward with that person, especially if you are patient and you allow it to play out over time. Number 7, take notes, follow up, and don't forget to deliver. If someone shares something personal with you about something that they're going through, whether it's good or bad, whether it's personal life or business life, jot it down in your phone, in the Notes app, or on your iPad, or scribble it down on a piece of paper, anything you can so you don't forget. And don't be afraid to recall your notes the next time you're there, or even reach out to that person if it's something that is kind of like worrisome. If it warrants a follow-up, give them a follow-up. A few days later, reach out, hey dude, I was thinking about you, and I just wanted to check in to make sure that you're doing okay. Little conversations like that go a really, really long way, and it shows them that you care. And caring is a great feature that personally connects to people in business and in life in general. If you told someone that you're going to get in touch with them, or you told someone that you're going to do something for them in general, make sure that you do it, make sure you get it done, and reaffirm your intent of how you want to help them in any way you possibly can. Everyone is super busy these days, especially now, I think more than ever. If you drop the ball, it's okay. Just pick it up as soon as you possibly can. Reach out to them and say, hey, I forgot, I've been meaning to call you, but I got sidetracked and here I am. If you drop the ball, it's okay. Just pick it up as soon as you possibly can and follow up as soon as you can. I promise, this little thing goes a really, really long way. And finally, my last tip for you regarding networking and building business relationships is number 8. Relationships are super dope, but you still need to do the work. I gave the example about my serious story earlier in this video, and my honest reply was, bro, don't ask for it. Do the work needed to make the waves so that these people, these decision makers, are paying attention to what you have going on and they learn about who you are. So many people think that aggressively pursuing a goal or a relationship will turn out results. And although it could happen, it's my strong feeling that if you do the work and do it well, and you continue to grow and you continue to make waves, those waves get bigger. As you create more awesome, those waves get bigger. And the people who make decisions or that can open the doors for the things that you're in search of will begin to pick up on who you are, especially as those waves get higher. So do what you can, invest in yourself, and the rest will be history. If the doors are not opening up for whatever reason, don't give up, but focus on what you do, how you do it, and invest effort, energy, time to making your service better, to making your performances tighter, and to improve your business as a whole. I always want to be the person that is so good that the people that I'm looking to get the attention of have to pay attention to me because of what I have going on. And this mindset has given me the fuel to accomplish so many things that I am super proud of, and I will forever be proud of. I believe opportunities and relationships come when you are ready for them. And if you're good enough and become valuable to the decision maker, you will get their attention. You just have to be super consistent and you have to stay the course. And don't ever forget that. Don't give up, don't get frustrated, and just keep moving forward. So I hope this video helps you, and I hope that you have the opportunity to put some of these practices into play for yourself moving forward. Trust me, these schools of thought, these principles have helped me tremendously over time, and I hope they do the same for you. I appreciate you sticking with me to the end of this video right here on my channel on YouTube. And if you'd like to share some insight on how you like to build relationships or things that have been successful for you, please consider doing so and sharing your information in the comments underneath this video. If you have any questions on anything that I've covered thus far, please do the same. Be on the lookout for more videos dropping right here on this channel in the days, weeks, and months ahead. My name is Jani. Thank you so much for watching.